Hilda, Mavis. You better walk on. And you bet. Go on now. Gloria. Good morning, Gloria. Thank you. Keep it. What's going on, y'all? It's your girl, Evie. Evie. It's Eve, man. What's going on? Okay, so today I'm going to be following up on my food forest situation, giving you a little bit update on what's going on with everybody, and showing you the new arrivals, the new babies. You ready? Okay, so first of all, Lemon Tree over here has been repotted. He's, you know, a big boy now, and he's in his big potty pot. He's in his big pot, so doing good still. And today I'm going to be taking this arm and propagating it. So we getting doing the air root method on that and seeing how that goes. It'll be my first time doing it. I was trying to wait for these lemons to fall off of it or ripen enough first, but it's just taking too long. Like, these things is lasting forever. So yeah, Barbados Cherry is looking good over here. Got a lot of new foliage. Look at that. Look at those bright green leaves. Whole lot of new foliage ever since I trimmed it back and everything. She's looking a lot better, and we got a whole lot of rain yesterday and the day before, so I'm excited about that. Update on Tomato, also known as Audrey 2 from Little Shop of Horrors. Got her trellis up and fixed and looking good. I'm honestly tired of working on her, if we can be all the way for real, but it is what it is. She has a lot of tomatoes still coming in, and as you can see, she's still growing up. She's now taller than me. I'll have to turn the camera around in a minute so you can see how tall she is, but she's at least like 5.5 feet tall, almost 6. So I'm just gonna kind of let her go and see what she do. I'm not trying to tend her too much because I'm tired. Basil also, I've decided, like, I'm not gonna keep clipping you and letting you grow back and then putting you, you know, in jars and all of that. So I'm letting it go to flower, but I actually like the flowers on it, so I'm cool with that. I'll probably take off just, you know, a couple more leaves from the bottoms and everything, and then just let it go to flower and collect its seeds. Cucumber vines are still doing their thing. Got some new flowers here and some new cukes coming in, so I'm excited about that. Man, I had some vine borers come through here. As you can see, the leaves are not looking the best, but that's because of the vine borers. So I think a lot of them off, and I've been spraying them, says my spray bottle, with some soapy water, and that seems to be helping. It's soapy water and peroxide that I have in there. And you see this this cucumber vine has a lot of new flowers as well, and each one of those flowers can become a cucumber. So they still living, they still doing good. It's just, whoo, them borers really tore my leaves up. Now on to the trees. Now, as you can see, everybody is all spread out right now. Because of the rain, I had to take everybody from around the planter and everything and kind of disrupt their little ecosystem that they had over there so that I could put them over here on the porch. Because, man, that rain was coming down, and I didn't want them to get waterlogged. So everybody has beautiful green foliage right now, though, because of all of that rain. Looking good. You see Suriname cherry over here is no longer bearing, so it bore at least 2 or 3 cycles worth of fruit, and I think it's done for the season, which I'm cool with, because, you know, they was nasty. Nah, Nick liked them. I ain't like them, but it grew a lot. Look how big it is. I'm gonna leave it in that pot. I think it's good. I think it's like a 15-gallon pot. It might not be. It might be a 10. I don't know, child. But I think it'll be good for at least another couple months, and then I'll take it out maybe in the fall. Let me show you the new arrivals. This is Bird of Paradise, who I just bought today. Because look, y'all, it's 2 in a pot. See? 1, 2. It's 2 in the pot for $19.98. So you know I wasn't about to let that go. What? A twofer. You know that's coming home. And then this one I'm really excited about, y'all. This is a passion flower plant. Let me pause and show y'all what it's gonna look like. Okay, so the passion flower vine, it grows passion fruit, and then it grows those beautiful blue and white flowers. And I was looking for something to go along that back fence along there and kind of create a little bit more privacy. And so apparently these are very fast growing, so I'll see if I can propagate it and make more. Meanwhile, look at my banana. Look, banana got new leaves, y'all. I'm so excited. Shoot, I killed the other 2, but you living, you doing your thing. I'm excited for you. Gotta figure out what's going on with avocado over here. Got some brown spot. So I don't know. I hear avocados be doing that. So I don't know. We'll see. And then you see Wompy is just getting big. Wompy trying to be a big bush. She came in as a little plant. Now she becoming a big bush. So that's what's going on with the trees. Now, today, because I think we're halfway through the moon cycle, that means it's transplant time. So, ginberry and soursop are in little pots. Look at these little pots. We're not about to live this little pot life. So I'll be going ahead and transplanting them today. They will be getting 5-gallon pots. And from what I've seen at these damn nurseries, they can live in them 5-gallon pots, so they almost grown and like bearing fruit. I seen these plants at the nursery. I'm like, you have got to be kidding me, the way them things is busted. Like they are busting out of the pots. Like the pots are literally cracking and they're busting out. What the hell? So anyway, little soursoppy, who I got from my neighbor Randy for free 99, is in this little EB pot. I ain't about to do it like that. And the roots is coming out the bottom. I don't know if you can see that. You see that? See the roots? So since the roots is starting to bust out, I'm like, okay, yeah, it's time. So we'll be doing a transplant mission today, and I'll show you when I'm done. So first things first, I gotta mix my soil. So I use a mixture of native soil. Sometimes I use potting mix. It depends on whether or not I want to actually buy it. But native soil, composted manure or compost, and in here I have bone meal, which, as you can see, Garvey likes, which is why it's in the daggone jar, because he actually knocked over the bag, tore the bag apart, child. Knocked over the bag, tore it apart, ate some of the bone, and spread it all over the goddamn grass. So, yeah, I'm telling on you. Anyway, so I had to, or actually Miles, bless his soul, went outside with a spoon, child, and spooned that stuff up and put it back into the jar. So I have two jars of the bone meal. So I take some of the soil, I take some compost, I take some bone meal, I mix it up. If I have it, I also add perlite to keep the soil from compacting. But it looks like this soil, I got this soil from my neighbor. See, he got that pile of dirt back there, so I got that from him. He was nice enough to let me have that. And this already looks like it's pretty it's not rocky, I don't know, it's like it's gravelly, but it's definitely not going to clump up, I don't think. So I think between this and the manure, I should be in good shape as far as like it being well draining. But also the compost is going to help retain the moisture. And so you want to have a mix of well draining and retention in the same pot. And then, of course, you know, the bone meal for root development. So that's what I'm about to mix up now. And then I will put it in the containers and start the transplant. All right. We got a little ebony and a little ivory. And we got chocolate milk in the middle here. It's looking good. Milk chocolatey. And I got my pots, my big pots, and my little babies. And I'm about to get into it. So I'm gonna put some of this gravelly soil at the bottom of the pots for drainage, just for continued drainage. If I had small rocks, I would use that, but this is fine. I don't like for the holes to be like that, because then sometimes the dirt, you know, go all out the holes when you water it and stuff. So I like to put rocks in there, but technically, I mean, I guess that defeats the purpose of the drain of the holes being that big for the drainage, child. But I don't like it. But in any case, I'm just going to take these and I'm just going to you know, put that at the bottom and fill up as much of that, you know, as I can before I put my soil in. So here is Ginberry. I have taken her out of her potty pot, and usually I leave the root ball intact and like put the whole thing down into the pot and then just put, you know, more soil and compost around it. But when I saw how dry and compacted that soil was, I just went ahead and just dumped it in here with the other rocky soil, because you need to be mixed with something. I ain't like that at all. So I'm gonna pot her in here, and then I'm gonna put all new compost, you know, nice rich compost around her roots and everything, and some more of that soil on top. But I really want to put a nice compost layer around her roots so that she can grow and thrive. I can't believe them roots was all dried up like that and compacted, but hey, it is what it is. Oh child, the dryness. So the thing of it is, when you buy trees from people, you never really know what kind of soil and everything, you know, they got the tree sitting in. So it's good to let them acclimate for a little while to your space, and then go ahead and repot them out. If you know, if it look like, you know, you see roots coming out the bottom, or if it just look like the soil is not the best, or like in the case of this soursop, I noticed that these leaves, you know, weren't looking the most green. It is putting on new leaves right now that look a whole lot better, but the leaves that it had when I got it are, as you can see, just not as green or as lush. You can see down here the discoloration, but these are the new leaves. So hopefully this new soil will help it to grow, and I put a generous amount of compost inside of the pot. Right when I stuck, you know, this down, I put the compost all around the roots so that the roots would have all of those nutrients in there, and then I top dressed it afterward with the rest of the soil mixture that I made. So it's been watered under, and then I watered it just now over top, and then the last thing I do is I put grass clippings. So you can see over here, my lemon tree has grass clippings on top of it, and that helps the soil to stay moist. So under here, this soil is still wet from 2 days ago, so that helps to keep the moisture in. So I'm gonna go and grab some more grass clippings.